Hey everyone. So this morning I have been going through all my messages from master IEP coaches and people who are inside of the special education inner circle. For those of you that don't know, all the training programs that I do on IEPs are for parents, teachers, admins, therapists. They're for everyone. And there's a lot of questions that are happening right now when it comes to what's going to happen next. We had an IEP meeting and we couldn't come to a decision. We had an IEP meeting and we don't agree on things. We had an IEP meeting all right. So it's really important for you to understand that it is not uncommon for there to be more than one IEP meeting to get to a solution or to work on ideas to really get through some of the decisions that we're making, considering what has happened this spring. We are going to be headed towards the most stressful back to school season that we've never experienced this before, right? We've never missed so much school. We've never missed so much services. We've never had to work so hard to figure it out. Special education is already difficult. It's challenging. It's a lot of decisions all the time with a lot of people involved. And now we don't even have a ton of experience to look back on because we've never experienced a lot of the same people experiencing the same thing, right? Like all the schools shut down. Usually we're deciding this on a very case-by-case basis. And now there's some big decisions that are coming down from local policies or state policies that's really impacting some of the decisions that are happening at the IEP table. Now, is that right? Sometimes not. Because never forget that the federal law, I'm not a lawyer, I'm just telling you where to look. You guys know I've been doing this for decades, so I'm just telling you where to look. In the federal law, IDEA law, it states that all children who are on IEPs are absolutely, okay, entitled to an individualized education that meets their unique needs, that is appropriate, that prepares them for further education, employment, independent living. It doesn't say unless there was no school. It doesn't say unless we can't figure it out. It doesn't say unless anything. We just have to figure it out. Now, I do not want you to get frustrated if it takes more than one IEP meeting. That's okay. I also want you to know that decisions can be made without an IEP meeting. That doesn't mean that anybody should be left out of the process. It means that sometimes we can make the best IEP decisions through conversation, collaboration, and making sure that we do the correct paperwork shuffle to make sure everything gets done. It's possible to do that in many situations. So when I'm talking to master IEP coaches, and if you guys don't know what that is, hop on over to masteriepcoach.com. And here, I'll go ahead and put that up for you. Just give me a second. Here we go. Just head over to masteriepcoach.com. And in case you haven't heard that term before, or you're thinking about becoming a master IEP coach, because you've heard me say it before, we start real soon. It's our first time ever having a summer mentorship. We are going to have the most impactful group of parents, teachers, and admins and therapists prepared to help through back to school season, not just for their own students or not just for their own children, but helping in the community. So I want you to head over to Master IEP Coach if you're like, what's that? Okay. But when I'm talking to a Master IEP coach today and I'm hearing we had one meeting and it didn't go well and we don't have the decisions that we need. So we need to go to the next level of people. And then we need to put this in writing. And then we might need a third meeting to do this. Is this normal? Yes, absolutely normal. Or this happened today too. It was a master IEP coach who said decisions were made in the spring. Then COVID hit. So now those decisions have been changed. What do we do next? We have to make some new decisions. So now we're going to need more things in writing, more communication, more ideas and brainstorming, more compromise to make sure we get to the appropriate end result to ensure that Students are being prepared for further education, employment, and independent living by meeting their unique needs. We always go back to the foundation. So if you need more than one IEP meeting, that's okay. Now, some of you guys here are like, duh, I have like 6 IEP meetings every year. We shouldn't be at that point either. All right? There's something wrong in the paperwork or what's happening if you need more than a few official IEP meetings throughout the year. That doesn't mean that you can't meet. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be communicating. It doesn't mean all of those things. I'm just saying like official, like full on, pull everybody out of their classroom, pull everybody out of their therapy offices, put everybody at the table. I mean, that has an impact on services itself. So if we're sitting at IEP meetings all the time, which I know we're doing them all virtual now, but if we're sitting at IEP meetings all the time, that's a problem too. But more than one, especially when we're under unique circumstances, is not unheard of. So I don't want you to get frustrated. I don't want you to think that you're alone in this. I don't want you to think that this is so strange. Why can't we just get all this done in one meeting like everybody else? Not everybody else is getting it done in one meeting. A lot of people are, but not everybody. So I'd love to have you come join us this summer in the Master IEP Coach Mentorship so I can help walk you through these next steps as we get ready for back to school. And I know some of you guys aren't even out of school yet, but we have to be forward thinking. And I know what's on your mind. Even if you're like, I don't want to deal with it, I know what's on your mind. I know it is. So come be around the people who you need to help you make these tough decisions so then you can help others. That's what we do as Master IEP coaches. All right, everyone. I'll talk to you soon.